Good morning. Okay, we're off on another adventure today. Right now we're stopped in front of the horse guard. So as you can see, it says be careful of the horses, they might kick or bite you. So we're in for a treat. We're here for the King's Mounted Horse Guard this morning for their morning exercise. Beautiful animals, all of whom match. It's a ritual that's been repeated for hundreds and hundreds of years here in London. Across from us and down a little bit is the Winston Churchill Monument, in addition to which we can kind of see Big Ben from the road and near our hotel. So we're off for a fun adventure this morning. Let's go. So this is the front facade of the King's Mounted Horse Guard, and then over to our left we're facing St. James Garden. All the way down to the left, a little bit less than a mile from here, is Buckingham Palace, where you'll see the Queen's Monument. But today we're walking over to the War Room of Winston Churchill. It's a beautiful walk and not raining in London. I think we've been lucky. The Churchill War Room, which is kind of left exactly as it was at the end of World War II, and they had decided that they would do so to remind people of the history of the war itself. Churchill was a fascinating figure. Attached to the War Room was his museum. He was an avid painter, much to my surprise and shock, in addition to loving food and loving a lot of food. It's a really striking monument to the man, and I think one of the most interesting things today, at least in today's time, is walking through and remembering the history and how we got to World War II. One of the inscriptions I found as it related to Churchill was his opposition to what they tried to do in Britain, which was the Aliens Act, which was limit immigration into the country itself. His stance was that Britain had always been a free country and had always been a welcoming country, and that it should remain so, at least as long as he could. The Aliens Act, despite his opposition while he was in Parliament, nonetheless passed, an act later on he would regret, and an act he would much undo. And here we are in St. James Park, continuing on our walk today. It's just absolutely stunning. And the trees are just now starting to turn a little bit fall. I'm guessing in another 2 weeks or so, there's some really vibrant colors. Absolutely spectacular, and again, a beautiful day. Even in London, we found pelicans. Of course, they're not the brown pelicans like we have in Louisiana. But look how huge they are. They're considered endangered, so obviously they have warnings against feeding, but boy, they're stunning. It's a beautiful walk. Like I said, there's tons of flowers. It's absolutely gorgeous in the park. And then, of course, there's Buckingham Palace. In the front, you can see the balcony where, I think on every wedding and all state events, they come out and wave at everybody. So it's really quite remarkable. The gates are beautiful. They look a little bit like what you see at Versailles, but not nearly as ornate. Probably a reflection of the British being a little bit more understated than the French. So here you get to see the full front of Buckingham Palace. And of course the homage to the Queen. And then on the right, so the royal gates to the garden. Each one major gate surrounding Buckingham Palace represents a territory of England. There's the Australia gates, which we passed through earlier. Personally, I like the little Poseidon there, spitting out water at the base of the fountain. Looks angry and wet.